down in Eureka Springs, and we are at the Great Passion Play. It's like going back in time, like 2,000 years sort of thing. Kent, good to see you.
Good to see you again as well.
Okay, now, so many people are familiar, of course, with the Great Passion Play here in Eureka Springs. You've done a lot of, I guess, modernizing, tooling to make it a bigger and better spectacle than ever.
Yeah, when you decide that the story of Jesus deserves the best, not just, okay, we entirely did a facelift over the entire property, as well as the actual Passion Play. And so what's neat is that through this process, it's been a 2-year creative process. August of last year, we flew over to Budapest and recorded a new musical score with the Budapest Scoring Orchestra.
One of the best in the world.
One of the best in the world. If you've watched Mission Impossible, Dead Reckoning, if you watched...
well, huge movies.
Huge movies. Cobra Kai, all of those, they have been on them. Even Academy Award-winning films. And so when we were sitting there and just hearing what they did to our music, specially written for the Passion Play, we knew what change it could bring. And when we decided to rip out all of the old speakers that the Passion Play had, I mean, they're classic, they're vintage is what they would be called. 1968, voice of the theater, the same speakers that the Beatles used at Shea Stadium.
Right, that was top of the art at that time.
At that time.
Yes,
now,
at that time.
When we ripped them out, we now have immersive surround sound. It's quite the experience. And what we've heard from our kids that we're able to visit with on a continual basis through our mission trip program is we've had the reaction of people just breaking down and crying, of just being so overwhelmed has been the word that they use.
It's a visceral thing. I mean, it truly is.
When it hits you deep down and at your core, you know, theater is supposed to move you. And I think the story of Jesus should move people more than ever. And so what we've been able to do is to take each of those moments and make them. And we've heard this and we've specifically said, hey, if young people are being moved, that's who we want to be moved. It's not that we don't care about, you know, the older people being moved. They're moved anyway by the story. But for young people to say, I am so overwhelmed by this story, I'm going to radically change how I'm living my life. We had a young girl from Louisiana, she's probably a 16-year-old girl, and she said, she was just crying at the end of the show. And I said, honey, what's happening? What are you feeling? And she said, I feel so overwhelmed because I know there's a lot of stuff in my life that I've done wrong that I need forgiveness for. And I didn't think forgiveness was possible. But after watching this show, I believe that it is.
This show, of course, what it represents is an incredible learning experience.
When we have our mission trips, which our fall mission trip program is now open, where you have Friday, Saturday, Sunday trips, is what they do is they come in on Friday night, they watch the play. Saturday, they do a partial work day, get to see the Holy Land tour, go through the Bible Museum, Art Museum, History Museum. And then Saturday night, they're actually in the performance. And so a lot of times, we get to visit with those kids after and to say, hey, what was your favorite part? People are saying, like, the way that you do the flogging of Christ, the way that you do the crucifixion, the way that you do the resurrection and the ascension. I was like, well, that's the whole play. So the whole play is your favorite.
Talk a little bit about the missions, how people can get involved with something like that.
Yeah, so we do 2 basic programs. We do a full week-long program and then a weekend program. And so the summer mission trips, those fill up like a year ahead of time. So there's still availability for next year, but a lot of times we get groups that come year after year after year. And so they'll book a week, it's just your group, and then we also have youth camps, which the youth mission trips help facilitate youth camps, and then they all combine into one deal. So youth camps are kind of fun, not working, you're not in the show, but you get to watch the show. And those are Sunday through Wednesday. Camps, and more information is available on our website, greatpassionplay.org/youth-camps for next year's camps that we'll be having.
What about the fall, though?
The fall is open right now. It runs all the way through the first 2 weekends in November. And we'll have a youth group here most weekends coming and serving with us. And again, they watch the play, they work during the day, and then they're actually in the performance on Saturday night.
You get to be part of the thing that affects so many people every night. What kind of age range?
So this is typically open to high school age students, but we do have some middle school, and then we've even had family groups. So if it's a church that wants to like come and serve as families, we've had kids as young as 4 or 5. They may like picking up sticks, and they may like throwing sticks instead of just picking them up.
Well,
but you know, we do a wide range. And then for our intern program, which is another aspect of what we do, because we have to have people who work with these missions. Our intern program, the cutoff is 16. So if you're 16 and up, you can spend a summer here, but really any age can come and serve on mission.
So best thing is to get in touch. How do they do that again?
Our website's the best place, greatpassionplay.org/mission-trips. It's under the Give Back section on our website, because we are a nonprofit, 501c3. We're an educational and charitable nonprofit, and so we do this year-round. We have different programming for people to experience the life of Christ, and then also the trails. There's just a lot of information on there.
So you want to go to that website and be part of either the experience up there or the experience right here at the Great Passion Play.